All right, you guys there? You guys there? Give me a little sound check. Oh, got to speak, right? Sound check. Doss. Hello, Doss. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Doss. Doss and Jeff and the other five more people and more coming in, I hope. This is going to be worth your time. This is loud and clear. Awesome. I'm going to have to do that window thing so I can make sure that this stays on. All right. So just so you know, I'm giving this to you guys hot off the press. Now, I did give PE 25 ahead of time if he's in here yet. I gave him a heads up. He has a copy of it. He's been donating to me heavy. I try to give it to another guy who's been donating to me heavy on this structure and then writing me emails saying things like, hey, really appreciate you staying on top of this topic, this one in particular. So they do have the data ahead of time. And I will share with you guys. I even try to share it with some clowns over there, and I'm going to call them clowns over in that group, the engineering group, but they kicked me out. I went to share it with one or two of them in there. I thought they were pretty, on top of everything, and I found out I can't even sign into that damn group anymore. I've been ousted because of that last video I did with them. Right? They don't like me talking bad about them. Well, this is about the structure, guys. These are this childish amygdala stuff I talked to you about, and I'm going to get to this good stuff. But that means they felt attacked by me, to the whoever's in charge, whoever they did it, and they nixed that. All right. So not to set you guys on to a rant towards them, but just showing you that this some childish behavior. Let me jump into a few things. One, let me keep checking on this, guys. This thing is taking forever to load right here. This is 18 gigabytes of video that I'm downloading live as I'm talking to you, which I started an hour ago. So the link that I'm pulling it from is still processing. If we see this fail, then shit, we're back in the queue. Um, So let's establish a few guidelines here. One, I'm not going to show you my entire link yet. I'm going to show you that in over 3 days, because it took me long enough to get it. If I show you the link, and other guys that just ousted me, if you will, they get access to it. And I don't mind sharing the data, but you got to come through here to get to it. How you like that? And then you can put it on there as if you own it, or PE 2015. If he shares it, it's his choice, because or the other guy I'm going to share with. In that case, it's his choice. This is from my Foia request. So finally, not this, but the Foia request. But I'm going to show you, I'm going to cut right to the chase. If you guys remember that FDOT said that they're just a pass-through. And in my videos, in fact, all the research, the data was out there, they were looking like a pass-through, which means they represent the money to hand off. I'm going to jump right into their ass right off the bat and show you that that's bullshit. And let's jump right into it. So I pull this page up here. And right here, read this. Structures Design Office, District 6, Department of Transportation, State of Florida. There's the date. Reviewed by such and such. Now, you guys, a lot of you probably don't know what drawings and what's going on. The red ink is typical of what the engineering department, the department that you're getting your permit from, puts on your plans. And this appears to be a digital rendering, and they shared it digitally with me. So this red ink would have been done by them. This is their red ink, and this is what the correction for VSL. We're looking at the VSL drawings right now for the approved drawings with the dates on them. Let me give you an idea of what we're looking at. I'm real excited about this. Hope you guys are too. And I'm going to pause each page so you guys can look at each page and copy it or whatever you got to do with you when you go back to replay. But here is the guys, you remember I referred this as a trumpet typical. Now here's the breakdown of the rebar, the reinforcement, 19 and 20. You go down here to 19 and 20, and you would see that spiral diameter, 15-inch, 2-inch pitch, 10.5-inch turns. That's like a radius, I believe. Remember, this is proprietary stuff, so yes, I'm reaching and using my extrapolation of typical stuff. Is to be a 10.5-inch radius turn, diameter 14-inch, diameter 15-inch spiral. Nevertheless, what's more important, so don't lock me in on this, but lock on how I'm interpreting, but you can lock me in on what you're looking at here. Is that things like they wanted 3,500 psi around here, and the state said we want 6,000. So with that said, guys, like right here. With that said, this reminds me of, and I'll see your comments. I guess I should pull them off to the side. This reminds me of the one that everybody talks about, that one bridge that collapsed, the I-35, where they said it was the contractor's fault. And if you guys remember one of my rants in one of my videos, I said that no, they put their hand in it. That the Federal Highway Department put their hands on those plans, and once they did that, they have to take ownership to some degree because they put their hands on it. Now here they're putting their hands on it. They have to take ownership now. This is why they're fighting back too, because anybody in the right with right argumental skills, if you will, logical skills, as I'm talking to you now, would say that, okay, yeah, you already passed through, but wait a minute, is this yours? Is this yours? Is this yours? It seems like you touched every page of their document with a engineering alteration from what they have, which means it may be positive alteration, but nevertheless, you put your hands on it. So you can't call yourself, and I don't want to curse, but you can imagine I'm cursing now, a pass-through, blank, a pass-through. You're not a pass-through. You're actually signing off and also altering the plans from VSL. But we're going to get to more of that. Let me see where you guys are in comments. I had to refresh the screen. Hey, Doss. Yeah. I'm going to pull it up. Had loud and clear, right? It is live now, Doss. And when I pull up the video, that's going to be live. But let me see what's hidden back here. So here is, and I'm going to start linking this stuff. This is what's already out there. This is FDOT's position on all these things, including them being a pass-through, the audio incriminating Denny Pate with no time on this audio, no timestamp on the audio, which we would find very significant. So they're two-handed here. You know, they're throwing them under the bus with the audio, but they're not saying exactly when it came through, which would imply the same day of the accident, right? Let's go with, and then that guy didn't receive it days later. So let me start adding this data down here for you. And I was able to find, so FDOT's current position, right? Releases. Now I was able to find the one thing I said I kept wanting to find for you guys, and it's kind of off topic a bit, but we have this link here. Let me delete that. And let me slide over and find, oops. Okay, 80 pages, June 2014. I think I already have it queued up. So here's the that one I kept telling you originally it was going to be dedicated to some Cubans, and page 61 of 65. And I better give this to you right now before I lose the damn link, because it took me weeks to find this again. So original structure, and I'm not hating on that structure dedicated, because I could give a shit about that dedicated, but it shows, you know, your state of mind and your thinking at the time. Original structure dedicated to Cubans. Now, and I'm going to say ex-U.S. So then I'm going to give back U.S. Military. Oops, come on, autocorrect. So here we have that. And let's hit that real quickly, and then hopefully that thing will be finished loading. But it says, Brothers to the Rescue, Memorial Plaza. This is what it was going to look like. It was going to be these 4 Cubans recognized. There's the tech size, there's the plaque size, and it was going to say, and then if you can scroll in, you'll see what it was going to dedicate to them. There we go. Brothers to the Rescue was founded by residents of the state of Florida In May 1991, the organization consisted primarily of civil aviation pilots. Okay. In the early afternoon, February 24th, 1996, three unnamed Cessna's 337 aircraft departed from blankety blank. And this is what they're going to dedicate the bridge to. So you guys got to follow it. Right. While the BT plans were flying over international waters, the Cuban Air Force ordered the takeoff of two military aircrafts, MiG-27s. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm definitely got this wrong. Okay, so I thought they were no, they were not U.S. military. Um, yeah, so that's how long it's been since I've seen it, and this is your memory. Well, memory sucks, right? And this is we'll go on to other topic, and I'm leaving that in the video to show you that you can see how the memory. United States citizens killing 4 men, 3 United States citizens, um, with the not-for-profit organization Brothers to the Rescue. It was a, oh yeah, primarily of civil aviation pilots of various national origins who flew on volunteer missions to spot rafters at sea and notify the U.S. Coast Guard. So they're not U.S. They're volunteers, and so yeah, that's the connection is not that direct to U.S. military. So that's coming out immediately. So that's going to get an edit. So no, they're actually helping Cubans and Cubans. So I'm going to say say Cubans attempting to find Cuban boat people. That's so I'm doing that. You guys do your own inference of that. So that's that though, but that's not really but that's that yet because this is the because part. Let's scroll out, and now they edited part of this since I last saw it. Oh, come on. Maybe the military thing was in there, but because I remember the Vietnam thing. But let me try. I remember the Vietnam thing, guys. But let me do this. Let me refresh the page because it's not moving, and let me show you that now they've chopped some of the on this upload. It's chopped near the end, unless now it's fixed. I did reload it a couple of times. All right, 63. So this would be the drawing by. Come on, I want to show you the drawings that before Fig got hold of it, what it was going to look like. This is not Fig. This is one of the failed drawings, I believe. When they found out they were going to get the grant money, they could get the grant money, they upped it to something much more extravagant. This failure structure now. What I'm going to show you is how they got over that waterway. And at what point, if they were going over the waterway, why did they have to change it to the second floor? Let me see 2 stories. It's taking the time to load. And then we're going to jump into those videos. But this is the backstory first that I've been trying to work out with you guys. Okay. Let's see if we can get the rendering now. We'll go slower. So there it was going to be at 109th Street, 2 lanes, casual walking. You could cross these lanes, right? So it was a lot more safe without a bridge. Hold on. Now you still have emergency traffic that has to get through, but they're going to these nice these nice walkways on the other side. You have the link there, so you guys control these images. But I want to show you. And I didn't see it when I scrolled down the first time. This thing here. This is how they were going to cross it. Now, they did this already. If you guys go to Google and search, you'll see this on the other side of where this bridge structure was supposed to be, the other backspan. If you zoom out and look across, follow this canal down, you'll see they already have one like this. It works great. There's no problem with it. Handicap works great. The water's up to there. Your roads are flooded anyway. You're not going to school, right? So this is clearly an acceptable way to get across the damn canal. Now let's go from there. There's the plaques where the plaques are going to be. And I'm going to close this image out. Guys, I know it says something with Vietnam on it. Now I don't see it anymore. And make sure you got that link, and then I'll bounce out. Let me make sure this link works, because it took me a long time to find that much of it. I'm gonna refresh it twice. And then Fig got hold of it. Let me make sure it's those drawings. Yep, right there. So I'll close that. I'm going to close out the drawing. Then I have one more, that one to show you. So this is that one. Now it's gone. Now this is the same company, Tyler. This is the longer version of it. This is 80 pages of it. So that one you'll get also. This was the original design requirements criteria. All this counts is because it changed the intent, right? So so original intent of design. All right, so we'll do that one. Let me see. Let me get rid of this now, because that's sidetracking our release. Fig kicking you out of the engineering group. Oh, I don't know about that. That's interesting though, Doss. What if it was controlled by them? Doss, that's an awesome thought. What if it was controlled by them? What if that blog was started by them? Then they would be able to control the narrative that way. That's interesting. But if we're wrong, then we get no credit for saying that, and it counts against you as you idiot. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's an interesting thought, Doss. Okay, so now let's see if this damn thing loaded. Video. That's one we want to not mess up on. We'll get to the emails. I got new releases from them. This was sent to me by FIU, incidentally, guys. So ABCD. I got it on FIU. FIU. This is, give me a second here. This is a. So that's a zip. What's this? It stacked it underneath of it. Let's double click. So it took it half an hour. Unable to expand every time. Oh, that hurt. Let's see if it works anyway. That hurt. That hurt. It appears they want to open a zip file from my oh, let's try that. Let me just try throwing this on the desktop and see if it lets me do that. And it's not even available on desktop. Let me try throwing it on. Let me see if it will do that. I move it over to here. Yeah, this is a limited drive, guys. I got a limited, because I use a solid state drive, and I don't keep data on here for besides sacrificial initially to check for scams, things like that. You know what? That video, I'm going to get you guys the video. That would just been hit. All right, so this is part of the data they sent me. What do you guys want to look at first? Emails. Let's see. Stuff I can open up is the invoice, all the other stuff I can open up. Well, not, I've got 19 pieces of paper to open. Here's VSL. We'll hit that. Let's just play with the emails for a second. I already have them open here and here. So for fun, I'll open this with preview, not for fun. But I'll open it with preview, and I'll wait for you guys to, and I'll go through it slowly. And I haven't read them. I'm giving it to you live because it's late night, and that's why I started this video late night. I wanted you guys to have it. So I'll scroll it. You guys can pause it and read it. We can gleam over it. If you catch something, you can try to tell me, come back. So let's take note of the dates. The 16th was February 16th. 4 MB attachment. Again, we're dealing with the money now. January 29th. I really want to get the guys the oversight one. I'm biting at the bit to see the oversight. Yeah, we got to do that. We got to forget this, guys. We got to go to this one. This one I loaded up last before coming in here. Where is it? It's FIU's oversight or something like a hand. Let's see. We'll get back to that. I want to share like 4 or 5 things, but I guess I won't be sharing the videos. Over the shoulder is called. This is going to be fun. I haven't opened it. Here we go. This one is over the shoulder. What? Over the shoulder performed by FIU. Okay, whatever that means, but here's the data to the right. So open with preview. So I think I can get you guys a bigger screen. There we go. Let me make sure I can scroll. Okay, good. All right. So over the shoulders is this one is titled Over the Shoulder Reviews performed by FIU. So let's look at the date. Let's see what they had their hands in with their review. Plans format, electronic. Professional engineer. Section, 90% evaluation of tower, design criteria in Florida Green Book. Work program, okay, that's the way they title it. And move on based on the review. Crossing the canal. Comment agreed with. Look at this. So here's a question. Explain why the tower elevations are not symmetrical as per previous renderings. So, not symmetrical towers. Here we go. Here we go, guys. It was increased by 1 foot to accommodate equipment clearances. So this did have a pitch. Remember I said about pitch, the guys? It looked like it had a pitch in one of my videos, and I said perhaps that's for the handicap. So it raised 1 foot in 175 feet or 174. What's it come out to? 175? The elevation change from one side to the next. How would that affect everything? Interesting. Not symmetrical, so they didn't raise both sides 1 foot. Only one side, apparently, per this release. Here's all your reviewers. This is FIU. Remember, this is FIU's over the shoulder. So FIU cannot claim they didn't have their hands in this, guys. FIU, just like FDOT, all over this damn thing. They didn't just say, thank you for the bridge. We like the way it looks. Go for it. They've got everybody's hand in on this thing. Look at this. I mean, I'm getting it to you live. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But here it is live. They were just had all types of hands on it, stinky fingers on it. Look at the dates. So it appears that when they did this, that the different people had their peak. There's that Erica Hango. I think she's somewhere. Eric Gomez. Everybody had their little activity on it. They're part of MCM people, it looked like, too. Okay, this is contamination. Estimates. So this says estimates, and these are the people handling the estimates. Well, it appears that this is the section here, the way this looks to me. I could be wrong on the breakdown of this damn thing. Remember, it's given to me in an email. I mean, yeah, well, it's part of the Foia request. And who knows how they reformatted stuff to make me think the wrong thing. For example, there's number 3, here's number 1, ADA, and then this was number 5. You know, I don't know what the intent was to break it down like this. Oh, you know what? Oh no, there's a page there, but apparently. I don't think that this is not all one document. This is multiple documents we're looking at. June 16th, ADA, American Disabilities Act, ODA comments. Here's over to your right, where's my mouse, so you can see what we have to go through. And I'm going to go at this speed and pause. That way you guys can stop and read. Give you time to press your pause button to read it yourself, because you can see there's a lot of data. We'll hit certain things like cultural resources. I'll comment on, you know, give you, there's landscaping. Don't just blow over that, read that. There's others interesting. May 24th. I'll look at your comments in a minute. Just give me. Now we're up to June 7th, 2017. Then 8/10. We're getting close to the accident, to the failure. Lighting, electrical. Remember, this is important because they ran electric in the structure. So let's see if wiring or ducts in the structure for wiring. And these are the people I think work for MCM that, or some way, actually, something called the perfect electrician or something. We'll see his check. I saw a check of that, something like the perfect, something on those lines of the best ever electrician. Drainage. So far we found a nice elevation change that was done, and they did not share because they actually had to ask the question but they did catch it. FIU, this is FIU, over the shoulder reviews. FIU did catch the 1 foot elevation change. So FIU cannot play ignorant on this. What we'd like to see is them mentioning something about post tensioning, things like that. Right now we're at roadway, 6-inch sidewalk, 12-inch concrete, perimeter bands. So they're going to use regular grade concrete, nothing white, reflective. Somebody asked me on one of my other channels about why white. It's reflective, and they said regular gray. So this would be I think that what they're applying here down there, instead of using curbing like we use up here, they don't use curbing. They basically do a sidewalk and then put a groove 12 inches inbound of the edge of the walkway. This is my thinking of this tooling scoring, the quotes. They said it did not appear on the plan, so they really are detail oriented here. They didn't miss a beat, which I like. Nope, I think I might have went too fast. Pause and go. Trees appear in receiving site on Google Earth. Um, so we know now they one of the tools they used was Google Earth. There you guys go. Same thing you and I used on playing around with the other bridge in Genoa, right? Google Earth again. Let me see what you guys have to say, if anything. Why I jump back into that? Oh, great. Hey, what I lose you guys on sound? Can you hear me? Thanks, Doss. So let's go back to this, and let me see if I can, in case I lose that sound again. And that's the wrong one. We need this one. And I'll see you here now. So I'll see your comments here. I'm late again. Are you okay? Hurry, Hermit. You're late again. That means you're pregnant. Okay, wait a minute. No sound now. Well, I'm talking now. Um, let me test that. Um, I am counting to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sound check. One, two. Oh, sound check again. I just unplugged. So tell me if it's working now. The delay doesn't seem that bad. So what I'm doing is just giving you a chance to pause your own screen and read this, guys, as you go. Good. Thanks, Steve. So then we'll get to the other datas, but this one, ADA. This is what's so important about this. You guys are getting it just as I'm getting it. So yeah, I'm not filtering anything because, well, I'm not. So you're getting what the FOIA request got me. And this is what the FOIA request got me. And if you guys want the calculations, I have the calculations also. I would say do not bother with the calculations because the calculations didn't predict the failure. So you can waste your energy on doing all the calculation stuff you want. I do have shop drawings too. So Jay, close, reopen your browser. Oh, submittal report, plans, consultant. So this is going to show somewhere on here is going to show that that the engineer was a good deal. That he was approved, 100% approved. I'll find it for you guys, but I haven't looked at it myself. But that was one of the releases they gave me that I asked for, and they gave it to me. Supposedly, I didn't open it yet. FIU University Prosper meeting. Just reading too, and I'll put based on the. Okay. Oh, cool. Good call, Doss, on the J cap. Others is what brings us. We should look at real quick. Photo cells is electrical mostly. or something like that. This would be important if they changed the size and ran it into ductwork, but they had camera Wi-Fi's. Um, Here's your electric, guys. One of you guys are electrical engineers. You love this. 30 amp receptacles in each telecom room. 30 amp receptacle. Wow. Here we go. Now we're in their 2017 roadway. Landscaping, contamination. Oops, I said I had to go slow, right? Geomathematics. Maybe I should do a second video on the other one. Call this one the release for these. These things are long, aren't they? Pausing and going on. I'm going to scan real quick here, guys. Pause, let you be able to pause yourself. Then I'll hit the overlap so you can and I'll pause so you can pause your screen to be able to spend more time on it as you choose. Or if you catch something. Geotech materials. So we don't know what comments they agreed with, but something went on with geotechnical. Good news is we're running out of bar here. It's lighting again. Sign it. Sign in markage. So this landscaping, contamination, geotech materials, and those were involved. If you want to go down the line of that line, and scrolling, drainage, survey. This is a survey created by Jess Perez. Okay, a lot of landscaping stuff. Well, what do I search for, Doss? It would be hidden. I already thought of that. It would be something hidden and like other. I wouldn't know what to search for. You can tell me. But this is the FOIA request that how I asked for things, and this is what I got. I basically try to get everything we could. I also said I would share it with the public. So I got charged nothing. So I'm sharing with the public now, keeping my word to that statement. And so I got the data for free because it's in the public's general interest, which I've quoted and showed them the federal laws on that, and they agreed, obviously, and no charge, guys. They went to, as you saw in the previous videos, they said a fee would be assessed, etc. So you can Dropbox all these too. I could, Jay, but I don't use Dropbox, man. Up here to Dropbox, I don't use it like that. Dropbox. I could, Jay, but I would, I don't get I'd have to honor the people that sent me all the money for this first, Jay. They sent me some money. I'm gonna let them review it. They sent me money as far as supporting my videos. I'm gonna let them get it first because I clearly could give you guys my same link. I'm not sure what would happen if they would catch on that I'm sharing my link maybe in and bounce me out because links, they can follow links. Once you open a link up, they can follow who's opening the link. So I don't know if that was if I'll get my links expired for that. Thanks, Doss. Yeah, and so the supporter, P 2015, for example, he's hit me up a few times with some money to keep at this, and along with another engineer. And so anybody who has sent me money, it's a couple of you people didn't write me back when I wrote you a thank you and all that. If you have, I'll send you the link. And I'm not trying to put Jay. I'm not trying to put you out or anything else. You just see where I'm favoring my giving a bonus to the people that had the extra money. Now I'm not hitting you at all. That's why I'm sharing this. And I did tell P 2015 he's got a heads up. He's the one I got hold of tonight. And also I told him if he's going to share it, then it's his. He can share it if he wants to. But he said he wouldn't disrespect me sharing, I guess. Ultimately, I'm sharing now. I did the work. I don't want to give it up too easy to Jay. And I'm just talking to you while I'm pausing this. I don't want to give it up to all these other people that aren't sharing. For example, I have the calculations, which I am going to share with you. But who didn't share the calculations that had them? Miami Herald. They had the calculations. They did not share them with us. They said that they shared it with these engineers and everything else. They didn't drop box it, Doss. They didn't drop box it, Jay. And I commented to that if they've cared about the public knowing, they would drop, they would share the damn calculations for people that want to go down that route. I will share the calculations that they shared with me. I will share every piece of data they sent me. But I'm also going to work on my channel here at the same time, right? Respect all the months I put into this thing. I didn't just jump into this one. So it appears number 44, we went to number 46, things like this. I don't know, was Doss asking me about it, about search? Well, look at this. I'm finally looking at it, put my head backwards a little bit. Now I can see the numbers on the side. Believe it or not, I couldn't see them before. Maybe that is why. So it appears that some of my FOIA requests could say, okay, can you give me 48, 49, and 50? So there now, it took us this long for me to figure out what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 52 and 53. I'm looking for the gaps. I'm looking for 55. It's between landscaping. Obviously, if they're holding back 55, and let me do this. We're at 56. Let's go back to that thought in a minute. I want to make sure that 55 it appears to all be in order, right? So apparently 55 under landscaping is the system that would be 50. Correction. You guys know the way it is. Hey, what's missing in this? What would you say? Well, it appears it would be a landscaping topic, and it would be number 55. Why is that not present? Maybe it's just because it's dates. They're giving me everything that I don't know what the date limits are, but it appears it might be up to February 20th, 2018. And so now I can finally see that what I might be looking for. Wow, I guess subconsciously I caught the other one. There's two more, 72 and 73. So they may look like nothing, but obviously they are something. Then we jump to 15. Hey, they skipped the important numbers in the data release. That is good information. Yeah. Contamination. DOS. So Jay says, I'm just a flunky interested in a little of everything. Oh. Jay, you can drop this, Jay. I'm a supporter of men and not bashing men. I'll call you a faggot and stuff like that. I'm an old school that way and call myself a faggot too, whatever. I don't care about it that way. I'm not hating on anything specific, just using the old term. So this one, Jay, we should try not to beat ourselves up too much. I know it's said in jest or whatever, but nevertheless, you talk negative about yourself. So do that again, and just I mean, in your mind, I'm just a guy interested in a little bit of everything. That works out better. Don't let other people beat you up. Don't beat yourself up. Although you should beat yourself up to be competitive. I sure enough do. Um, but that not there. So ADA 6 7. Let's go on here. So I need to do one thing. I'm getting excited here. I'm going to go back. There's drainage. We're number 2, 3, 4. I'll pause that for a second. So remember, guys, this is about over-the-shoulder reviews performed by FIU. And I don't know what the hell over-the-shoulder review means. It sounds like somebody's riding a back seat, right on riding you. So this sounds like a very interested party right on top of everything. Here we go. ADA drainage. Excuse me. FIU building standards. Okay, so now this is important. So we're up to 39, and this is another section. So we're missing the previous 39 or 38 numbers, right? If they do exist. Maybe 38 blank pages. Ha ha. All right. FIU building standards. Remember, FIU is a code enforcement also. And campus master plan require finished floor elevation that is minimum of 11 feet. Okay. Listen. That was so they're still working on things on March 14th, April 4th, and 8/16. That was August, right? 3 different people. This could be just walkways, not the bridge structure even. But moving on. Here we go, guys. Right there. That's a piece of. I got to screenshot that. That's a piece of good data there. But backseat driver, but meaning that they're engineers, so it's a good thing. They're right on top of it. They can't claim ignorance. This is very important. Diagonal elements of center concrete truss supporting bridge canopy should comply with the ADA warning requirements of the overhead hazard created to visually impaired. Okay, so I hit my head a lot, guys. I hit my head a lot. Those diagonals are on a diagonal. I would be the guy hitting my head on that. Those diagonals, because I'd walk into them. So you'd have to put benches and everything to I'd hit the bench. I'm that guy that hits my head. I wear the hard hat 88% of the time, and then I told you about that. I hit my head about 5% of the time of the 12. And every time I'm like, damn it, didn't see that coming. Or I do see it coming after I hit my head. So nothing there. That's just signage. I still screenshot it because they really thought of this ADA thing also. Consider aluminum oxide grit surface treatment, dry shake on green concrete, or similar for all stairs and ramps. So consider it. This is going to be their grip. Understood. These details will be further developed and provided in the 90% design submittal. So this was submitted by Stuart Grant to consider on 4/1. This person's response is understood. I do this too, meaning I'm not agreeing to it. I understand. I acknowledge it, and these details will be further developed and provided in 90%. So there we go. And then appears comment closed by this person on 8/16. Nope, I'm confused here. That line lines up on 8/16. So who's this person closing, closing it off? Comment closed on 8/16. Alfredo Reyna. So we got a person that follows up on everything. Who the hell is Alfredo Reyna? This is an interesting character, right? So Alfredo Reyna. Not that one, right? It's an author. Oh, great. Aha! I didn't do that. Let Google bring it up. Yeah, we're going for that. We're going to let this go down where it goes, guys. And it's dated March 16th. So now I'll do the command find and we'll do her Alfredo. Okay, the consultant, Alfredo Reyno. Come on. Oh, it's time to scroll over something. I get that. Where'd it go? You guys can't answer that, of course. Okay, under this gallery thing. The consultant, Alfredo Reyno, says he was not notified of any life safety issues or any need for additional road closures. So it appears, Alfredo Reyno, we talked, this might be the person that's also in the meetings. But who is Alfredo Reyno? The meeting with an FDOT consultant attended took place shortly before the bridge collapsed. There it is. So Alfredo Reyno is our man that's also reportedly here, closing comments out. So this is FIU making the statement, apparently Stuart Grant, and then this person from apparently MSCM, the builder, and then FDOT closing it out. So FDOT's got their hand all over this friggin' stuff, closing it out, closing it out, closing it out. FDOT is got their finger on everything. I'd like to keep this video as just saying how FDOT is lying, because I know I get, these videos have multiple things in them. But I know you guys are here for the game, so I shouldn't cut you short and then start a new one, should I? But this would show that FDOT is clearly participating. I'm going slow so you can screenshot. Pause your screen on the video, on the replay. Alfredo, in-house project manager. Huh. So this is confused. In-house project manager. Who the hell would they need in-house? This FIU? This one's weird. He's reported to be FDOT's rep, and now all of a sudden he's in-house project manager. That is confusing to say the least. Well, we're almost at the bottom of this deal. So they increase the pipe thickness. Apparently. And we're at the bottom of the page now, aren't we? Estimates. 14 million. Okay. 14 million estimates. The 12 million, whatever, is the actual contract amount of base bid and approved change orders is not clear. It is not clear where the $14,424,236 value comes from. This may be the total project cost to include the inspecting engineer and any other FIU, any other costs FIU and other MCM design build teams are responsible for. This is really a question that needs to be addressed by FIU. So who's saying this? Manuel. This person's addressing. So we might have a little something going on here. Let's look up Manuel. I want to say this person is who? Is it down here declared? Ah, won't copy. I need the front part too. Right. So then we come here. Also an actor. Let's just try engineer. Senior bridge engineer at FIG. Okay. Senior bridge engineer at FIG. So we come over here. This is a FIG representative saying that basically we have a contract for 12 million, but it appears that the grant money is up at 14 million, and they want to know, how'd you get to this grant money, that we got to account for, I guess. How to get to 14 million? Appears FIU is taking a little money on the side there, right? All right, let's move that out of the way. That might be totally wrong. And let's pop up these guys. And let me pop you in the background. Manuel is a FIG senior engineer. Yeah, DOS, yep. Identifies the backseat. Okay. So now we have VSL. Let's go to the top here. You see this is whatever it says. But this is VSL. This is from FDOT. FDOT, Florida Department of Transportation. Releasing a little 2.4 billion amongst friends a little amongst friends, Herman. What's a little 2.4 mil? All right, let me just blow that up a little bit. Bolton Perch, all right. So we know them to be the inspecting engineer, right? The CEI, what you just saw a moment ago, CEI. So they're sending that to the inspecting engineer. Florida Department of Transportation is sending this document to them. Cool, Dossy Doss. All right. Multi-strand general notes. Here we go. We got 16% fat. Herman's got it. Here's a signature. Blah, blah, blah. Where you guys want to go with this? Where you want to see the post-tension bars? All right. Canopy and truss shop drawings. These are shop drawings. These are going to be the ones you're going to build on, all right? So these are the real deal here. There's forget the other stuff we saw. These are the real deal. Call out material, steel grade, blah, blah, blah. Calculations for spiral use 75. Kips rebar. They're going to do the zone reinforcement. Remember, this is proprietary stuff. There's nothing that any of us could claim is wrong with those details because it's proprietary, except for FDOT has decided that they needed to change some things in their proprietary system, which is amazing. All right, because did they test it at that higher rate when they changed the dynamics of it? Did they, did you change things when you change things, right? All right, maybe for the good though. I'm not totally hating, but I am hating that they're claiming that they didn't touch the damn that they were just a pass through of money. Pairing plate calculations, local zone reinforcement. Now, you guys remember what local zone reinforcement is? So let's do this because I pulled these up. So these are the old emails. Nope. Those are the emails we just try to go through. See, I got bank statements too, guys. See the bank accounts? I got money there. I got the money changing hands. Anyway, follow the money, right? Let's hit this, and then go backwards into it. April dated April 11, 2018. This is after the before the accident. Hi, the Indians is very appreciative. April 11th, after the accident, March. Remember, I said I can only get stuff up to the 20th. Well, that's BS, right? Let me put this down. I gotta grab an orange. I gotta grab something to eat, guys. This thing changed my whole schedule up, and I'm pretty much fasting now, except for now I need an orange. So read this while I disappear on you and grab an orange. Put the damn orange in a prison. Damn, it's in a basket. One of those damn baskets that are all strained up and tight. So what it's saying is that they did release data beyond that date that they're supposed to be respecting. They did it again right here as we're looking at it. And put this back in the fridge real quick. What's up, Georgie? So there's some data beyond that. Let me see if you got any comments. I'll slip over a little bit. I think I can. The NTSB, I was very appreciative of your willingness to withhold. Is very appreciative. The NTSB is very appreciative your willingness to withhold investigative records in the face of the strong opposition from the press. It's very appreciative. Guys, can you say more than that? I mean, who's Ben Allen, right? You guys do your research on Ben Allen? Hi, Ben. Thank you for your telephone call for a few minutes. You advised that the NTSB is still evaluating the Miami Herald's and New York Times' recent written communication about their respective public records requests that you hope to have, blah, 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 right? So there's the counsel, right? That's general counsel. Very appreciative about your willingness to withhold data. That is so awesome. I mean, come on, guys. You can't get better than that. You can't get better than that. What you got here? As withholding records, does that any good? Yeah. This is like one of the priceless things, right? That's kind of cool. Oh, wait a minute. How did I get here? Right. Okay. So Dwight D. Dempsey, PE, professional engineer, right? Let's go on about this. Sorry about eating. Shop drawings. I'm just going to pause it and you guys can play along all you want. They threw them at 3 PEs. Yep. I agree with you, Hermit. That's VSL, Structural Technologies LLC. That's their person that got killed. And in a couple of days, I hope to release you guys showing that the negligent homicide has been done. That it's been released by OSHA. Too many initials in my head. You should have heard me going through all of them. Finally came up with OSHA. Approvers, Bolton Perts. Take note of this, guys. Who should have been tied to the bridge, Hermit? Oranges are the only fruit. Well, at least they don't have the oranges don't have you can spray them with chemicals to keep off bugs and all that. But I throw away the shells, right? I don't eat the skin. So the orange, I'm left with the least of the GMO products. Pesticides related, I mean. But look at this. Here's your approvers. Here's the approvers, guys, of this VSL thing. So they have their hand along with VSL. When I say it's proprietary, well, so what? It's proprietary. It appears that they still let Fig be an approver. See Fig Bridge Engine, Dwight Dempsey? Now we know why Jose has sweat in the game. He approved that shit. Instead of just going over the plans and making sure you're putting everything in proper place, he also put his input on the actual design of the location of all that crap. And FDOT knew it. Because remember, as I scroll down, there's FDOT right here. So as FDOT knew, these people participated along with VSL, Structures Technology LLC. They issued this on May 22nd, the shop drawings. If you guys can figure out the concrete pour dates, you can figure out how close this was to the pour date, how much pressure they were under to final due date, May 31st. Do not get into this. You can do that. You can go down that path if you want. The only thing I will get into, really, is that they will show that grouting was supposed to be done. And if you remember, I got all freaky in one of my first videos about where's the grouting? Where's the grouting? Well, this will show that grouting was to be done. So KLB, May 25th, 2017. May 22nd, they had till final due date was May 31st. 3 days later, they hand this dog over. And this person's not even showing. This person's not even showing as any of the people up top. So that's another engineer you get to add to the fire. All right. Review by CEG. Fig Bridge Engineer, Inc. by KLB. Okay. So we're moving on now. Here are your rod properties. 1 3 7/8, right? I mean, 1.375 inches. I thought that was 1 3/4 inch bar that ultimately they put on there, wasn't it, guys? Oh, there it is right there, 1.75. I'm reading it live as I'm talking to you guys, so, it's also late for me, so I got my excuse. You get your own. All right. They like the 6,000, right? Refer to concrete drawings as minimum concrete strength at time of stressing for longitudinal post-tension bar. So they wanted 6,000 psi before the even the pre-stress, and then they do a final stress because they're saying minimum. So minimum 6,000. How do you grout a cable after it's been tensioned? Oh, I'll show you. You can. There's a special grout liquid. I'll give you an idea back down here. If you hold on, Harmon. Shop drawings accepted. So these shop drawings are accepted, and 5 is grouting. See that grouting? You can read this here. That they remain unchanged. That is not open for allowing any margin of error. That says they remain unchanged. They will not move their location. So when an NTSB did their little investigation saying everything is per the drawings, that we did our looks and all that, you know what? I find that amazing because you know how hard it would to make sure those things remain unchanged with that type of setup they had going on with their craftsmanship, if you will. I would find that very difficult, especially with the emails it's showing back and forth. I'd find it very hard to believe, difficult to believe that they were able to place shit that wouldn't move around. Just my own thoughts. That you showing me your quality of craftsmanship, that I can't imagine you'd be able to do that proper. So when they do a cutaway or cores, they should have found different locations. Even resolved by 1/4 inch, that's not what the intent is. The intent is will remain unchanged. Okay. So now moving on. Look at this. Amazing 6.4. VSL. Remember, VSL is the same as Technologies or whatever, but it appears they changed their name up in there, so they go in, they intermix their names. VSL is a proprietary system, I think, but nevertheless, and then that company installs it. I mean, maybe they own them all. I don't know. But VSL has not checked or designed post-tension bars within the precast deck, and therefore does not accept responsibility for adequacies. So they didn't participate in one of the part of the structures are going to interact with the deck. This is odd as hell. So they did the post tensioning for all of the verticals and diagonals, whatever, all the post tensioning for the truss members, if you will. But they're saying they didn't do anything, has not checked or designed post tension bars within the precast deck, and therefore does not accept. Wow. That's a telling statement. I could have did a video on that alone. Wow. And there was zero wobble. You guys know I talked about wobble before. You got to go to my other video, look at the wobble stuff. Ram should be opened. Should be open approximately 1 inch prior to starting. Measure the distance from a fixed point to a predetermined point on the post tension bar, record the measurement, tighten the nut as stressing, and snug to bearing plate. Yeah, cat. Oh my gosh. Stress bar contract specifications while stress bar per contract specifications while simultaneously, and then simultaneously again, while simultaneously tightening nut at stressed end. So this is freaking confusing. You told me to do two things simultaneously. Stress bar per contract specifications while simultaneously tightening nut at stressed end. I know it's a mistake, right, guys? But is it a mistake? Did no one caught that mistake in this reading of this? So all these engineers read this, and none of them called out the double simultaneously thing as a confusion. They don't talk about overstressing it and then letting it retract. That's interesting. It's their system though, so see, grouting again. Now, there's this lady or person again. Structures Technologies, same date, May 27th, May 26th, 22nd, June 26th down here. The FDOT signs off 1 month later. Let me zoom out. And this is what, again, I showed you this, guys, already. I showed you this already. Here's all the details that FDOT wanted corrected. As far as I understand, these are FDOT stamps. Has a 2-inch pinch. This is a very tight spacing. Will any conflicts be present with mild reinforcement, meaning mild steel, in these areas? So that's something I brought up. If you guys remember, I kept saying that the shit's all, it's the gaps. They got gaps. The concrete can't go through it. And I just said the craftsmanship really bites dick, right? I mean, bites. So that was, and where are you? I already posted that for you guys. And for people who are seeing it right now, it's because you overpaying. You can get this. You can get. I don't want to say it because I might get sanctioned by Google, but you can get this, guys, for $13.97 for a 4-pack. You know, I don't know if you're overpaying or not, but that's the going rate. And this is just a joke. I'm trying to find. Damn it. Can't find it. You said it could leave voids, right? And so now, all right. So back to this guy, and I had the photograph, the original image of that, and I don't think I'll be able to find it that easily again. Um, yep, a lot of data, right? I'm looking for it would be the emails. And you believe I can find it? I know it looks like it's everything, guys, but my brain set up that crazily where it can start remembering shit. All right, so this is what it looks like, supposed to look like. This is what it looks like in real life. What they did on a deck. Uh, this looks like the deck, but this also looks like the members. I don't know if this is transverse or not, guys. This might be the transverse ones, which means, well, all bets are off. They did the other one, so I don't know what I'm looking at here anymore. Just so you know, this is what this is the plate, etc., going down to the diagonals. And here's your grout tube. So who asked me that? It was over here, my man Hermit, I think. Hermit, this is a grout tube entrance. It's a liquid form of, obviously, you're going to maintain the same PSI. Over here, local zone reinforcement, they had it down to 3,500. They nixed that to 6,000. I believe the whole deck is 6,000, right? So that makes sense. You wouldn't want a harder. Well, it just makes sense to me. Um, and now here's your grout tube here. This Hermit, this is it's a flexible pipe. It stands up to one's going to let the air come out. Hermit, you just can't fill it without having a port to allow that to come out. You can use pressure to get it in there. You can do vacuum to pull it from the other side, Hermit. It can be a gravity fed system. Now the grout comes down here and it makes it act as one. Here's the cable, right? Here's the ductwork. So if, without concrete connecting these two together, then this gets to flex down to, well, it's like holding a, I got you. I thought about it the other day. It's like having a box, right? You're carrying it into the store. When you hold the box from the outside sides of it, this means you got to increase the pressure so you can increase your friction on your hands. It will allow the box so it doesn't slip through. Not holding it from the bottom, holding it from the sides. If you release your pressure on one of your hands, the box will fall through. It no longer has friction holding it, and it will have and the compression that you've made with your two hands, giving you the friction to hold it. So if these were to loosen up at all, or the loads would be so, as you increase the load, as you put that load on your hands, if you will, in the box, it holds. Now I'll tell you, you cannot increase the load anymore. You're holding the box. That's perfect. It's a 20-pound box. You just increase it just enough where I put my hand on top of the box and I can push it through your hands. All right, so but if I don't put my hand on top of your box, if I don't put my hand on top of your box, I can't push it through your hands. All right, so your box, yeah, that's not working out right, is it? All right, so if you hold your, damn, that's coming around. If you hold the printer, the computer printer on both sides, holding it in from the sides, and I start pushing down on the printer, I put a stack of papers on top of the printer, and you hold it with just enough friction to hold it, compression to hold it. That's what this is doing. It won't fall to the floor. If I were to add another more, you can't increase your pressure because it's after the fact. You don't have this machine on there. You've only got a limited amount, a maxed out limit. That's it. So now if I add more paper on top of that printer, it will fall. It will create more load. You no longer have enough friction. It will break through and fall between your hands. This is the grout. This is the same thing. As a dead load in the center, this is just the end. But imagine this 175 feet. You go to the center of the structure with these cables in it, and the dead load can cause a deflection in the deck, making it down to there and starting your cracks and failures. The grout, on the other hand, makes it solid and it can't move. I pause there because this is not just the tendons. It's kind of odd that they said what they said up top, because this is the end of the deck. This is the end cap. This is not just the diagonals or verticals. This is also VSL is not checked or designed post-tension bars with precast deck, and therefore does not accept response for adequacy of said design. So these literally, I guess I missed it the first time. The post-tension bars. They're talking about the bars. They're not saying they didn't do the post-tensioning on the decking. They're saying that VSL is not checked or designed post-tension bars within the precast deck. So they have nothing to do with the bars at this point in this statement, and therefore does not accept responsibility for adequacy of said design. So they said they're not doing anything with those bars, that verticals. This is the decking. So that image I said that was this is VSL then. So I retract my previous statement and update it with this. This is their responsibility. And if you see this maze of trash, does not look like it doesn't look like this. This is the two reinforcements going two different directions. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 5 sets. 6 sets. There's 6. 1, 2, 3, 6 sets, and we're looking at they call this a set, right? These two, but they're both going the same direction. So that's my problem. These things are. Here is the other one going that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6 sets, guys. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is, imagine, look at my mouse. I'm going this way, I'm going down, across, and back up, and over again. See that weird shape I made? Well, imagine 2 of them. That's this one. Goes down, comes up, goes across, back down, and over to here. If you can see a shadow, perhaps that's it. You make multiple of those, you flip, one goes up, one goes down, one goes up, one goes down, up, down, up, down. You can see it. But you can see here, you've created a direct void because these are so close together on top of each other. There's a conflict. You just made it so you made a perfect crack in your system, a solid perfect crack, because concrete will not go through steel, right? It will surround it, but you can imagine how your cover is so terrible at that point, and the voids and gaps you're creating here. It's just craziness. This is the duct. This is the duct for grouting. But when we looked through those drawings, I could not find the grout inside there. I did find the construction debris. I couldn't find concrete inside these ductwork, and that's your ductwork. And there it is there. And there's your system again. There's your post-tension bar. That's the cap that goes on it. Comment? DOS. I don't think VSL can just not accept responsibility. Yeah, apparently that's well, I hear you, but let's think about it. The state people signed off on it. If the state signed off, they have to agree that they're signing off that VSL is not accepting responsibility, right? But I get your point 100%. Here's your grout. Here's your grout tubes hermit. Another version of it. This version. There's a system there. Let's see, number 12. Grout valve, 23 millimeter, which is like a 1 inch, just about. What's it? And again, your same tubing, hermit, coming in one, coming out the other. Inlet, extended inlet of concrete, so it appears the length of it so long that they're gonna inject it in a couple of places to try to get it going. But you guys find concrete inside those duct inside there, and I'll give you a blowjob. I'll get you one. A bridge collapse. I'm all teeth. You don't want me. I bite you. You can get between the bites. I guess you'd be all right, but I doubt it. Oh, sorry. I'm like a snapping turtle too. So You're not gonna be good. Not gonna be a good person for that. All right, all right. That changed it up a little bit. Give you a little something exciting to, surprising to listen to, right? All right. So I'm going to show you the ductwork, and you'll see that there's no grouting. Now, with that said, I was really crazy about saying there was no transverse post tension cables here, and it turned out I did find them, and I did comment that they're there. So you can find many videos of me screaming about no transverse post tension cables, and I found them. So I had to retract it, but I did not find any grouting. Wow, as of yet. Okay, so the images are. I know what I'm looking for when I see it. Give me a second. It's a much better close up of the cabling and all. It's like on this side of the structure. Call those the shovel guys, right? Remember we had a video with them showing using a shovel? I thought that was a joke. I didn't mean to click that, but when I was there, went in for a penny, went in for a pound on that one. She's crushed, right? She's dead. Need a more close up of this. There are the, no thank you. There are the ducts. So this is what you look for, these ducts here, and you'll see that there's no concrete in them. If you remember, I showed in one of the videos where it was compressed, like nothing was in it at all. So there it is. So you can put a piece of concrete down here and put this entire bridge on it, and it will only crack the concrete. It won't make it disappear. I mean, there's still concrete under here, as you see. It will not disappear, especially in this long duct. You'll be able to find some concrete in there. But I see none. Here's more duct work here. Sorry about that. There's some more duct work here, and you don't see any concrete in it at all. And you would have easy access to it. Oh, these are airbags. I never saw this video for lifting up. They really do work, lifting up structures. So that's what you're looking for in that ductwork. I'm moving away from that. Just wanted to show you what it was. Just joining you now, Cognitive. You mentioned the rebar conflict before. No room for concrete. What is new that you have learned by the Foia info? Hey, Cognitive, you're getting it direct. I am looking at this for the first time with you. Well, I opened this up, but I didn't, and I set the video going, and I gleaned over a couple of them, but I did not. I'm looking at the first time with you. So what's new is what I'm sharing with you. You're getting it live because otherwise you'd have to wait for me to do it tomorrow, next day, or whatever. And why wait? You're getting the details. You can pause the screen and look at it. You can read this stuff. I'll hopefully hold it on the screen long enough that it'll be clear for you to do this, to magnify in. These are the, whoops. That's another grout tube from my man Hermit. This is the bar. This is obviously the bar and not galvanized steel pipe. Yeah. A53 grade B. Well, dead end means the end you're not going to turn. This will be the end you're going to be turning. Now 18, I don't know where this going, guys. Grout valve. This their bar? What size is it? Two and a half inch. think that's nominal, NOM. Is this their bar? It's 150,000, but that's 2.5. Where the hell's that go? I don't remember 2.5 on there. Do you guys remember that? Well, there's 2.5. And here we are for the layout of the, this should be the deck because the one above did not have transverse post tensioning. This will be the half cut. So what is it, 32 feet, 34, whatever it is the half section. I don't see the measurement here. So, you guys got to just know we're looking at the half. 168.6. And 3.6 and maybe 3.6 on the other end, which would be, let's call it 7 feet. So 175.6. And then this measurement was corrected by the engineer of FDOT, saying it's not supposed to be 4 feet 5.5 inches, but it should be 4 feet 2.5 inches. And we originally will see where's this go? So 4 feet. Where does that measurement go? Okay. It appears maybe from here to here. So that would be the trumpet area, this area here. I'm just doing it on the fly with you guys, so hopefully I'm right on it. It would be from here to the end of where the FDOT's person pointing out back to here, giving it a longer development, if you will, for the bar spacing, which would translate to here inside to out here, say 4'2". This guy from here. They're outside caps. They had that measurement appear to be outside of the cap even. So outside of the cap, outside to here to there. Moving on. This is, very critical. We see this in that with the one failure that we show where it's near the number 12, the upright, where we see the crack in it. And I talk about maybe the rebar and the conflict causing issue in there where you see that crack when they started closing in on this D1, that causes some conflicts with that steel. And that steel, in theory, should look like this in D1 and also over to D7 or the whole length there. See detail B for optional grounding. Detail B for optional ground. Detail B, this should be the optional grounding port. Not optional grounding as in not optional, that you don't have to do it. It's just another detail port. It would be the one here that we might see with those tubes sticking out the deck or out the column. You see these little yellow, blue tubes. That might be their version of the grout tube that you still connect this connection onto. Okay, this one's so 6 and 7/8, 9, 2 3/4, 1 3/8, 3 and 1/8. Just a rough idea there, numbers wise. Okay, here's our elongation. That's 8.33. Is this inches? And what's it going to come to before anchor set? And then it comes back to 6.66. Let's see, partial plan. So again, another measurement correction. 4.5 inch per sheet B60, 4 foot 3/8 of an inch. So they're making mathematical simple mistakes here that they're kept right here and here, that this person who's doing these plans didn't catch, and their assistant didn't catch if they have one. That this is a huge indicator of it happens, but It happens frequently in these drawings, they're approved drawings, that without F dot there, of all these changes, that this shit is just crap. So F dot is put their hand all over this. I think this is F dot. All these, I told you guys that this is how you normally get corrections from the zone building guy, but he's usually referencing, hey, as per these plans, as per, these codes, as per this code is usually what I see it as. I don't get any corrections on measurements. No, I'm not that badass, but I don't get corrections on measurements. Like this mistake here, like, that should be ½ inch. I don't make those mistakes. I might have the wrong calculation 100% maybe, but not my calculations. 2 plus 2 is still 4. This guy can't figure out 2 plus 2 is 4, or these numbers equal 4 foot on ½ inch, not 4 foot 3/8. Moving on. These are the transverse. So Herman asked me about, there's an intermediate grout port, that in the bottom deck. This is where that should have been grouted, and it's not. And that's a profile side deck. This is where the bridge collapsed, if you will, and we're looking at the profile. And 174. So we got 175.6 on the length, 168.6, 3'6" and 3'6" is 7 feet, 175.6, 174. Another old number here. Just things that you pick up on. 174. Which one is it? 174 or is it 175.6? Okay. There's 174 again. Right there. And there's that profile. We're looking at the end of the deck now, so you're looking at the end of the deck, the cross section. Right here is number 12, if you can imagine standing up, and over here would be the canopy. So you're looking at it here, typical transverse tendon profile going this direction. And they have it broken down as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. And I can do that backwards if you write it down for me. So height schedule, main span, D1. So D1 is these guys on the end. D1, okay, I'll show you D1. Give me a second. Here's D1, D2, D3, D6. This is that same cross, and here's your transverse members there. This is the same, looking at this, this is D1. There's the pipe for the drainage system. So D1 is the one we have the issue with that cracking up there. D1, D2, and down to D6. But D1's in a closer inbound, right? Yeah, D1's closer inbound. So here they just use the number and reverse a little bit. D1. Let's see what they look at. These are transverse, 3 through 83. That's these guys, 3 through 83, call it. So at 3, we're no longer in that zone here of this guy. So at 3, it's saying the profile height will change. And there you go, 3 through 83, and then 84, it will change to, well, it remains the same. On D2, it remains the same. It remains the same. Same. So the correction starts at 3. At number 3 is where they no longer considered to influence. And now where's 3? So 3 is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is number 3 where the correction changes. So from here over, and there's that mark there, this is where the elevation, you can correct it. So in here, it should not be screwed with. This is for the longitudinal members, obviously, and not the transverse. And this, I think, is the transverse. But if you imagine number 3, if these guys, you can imagine it would be out here somewhere. These guys are cutting across them. So you're no longer in this influenced area. And let's see what you got for me. Just joining in, right? Right. And scrolling down. Yep, D1, D2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Which is also alphabetical as they did it too. And there's D1 going out the other direction. There they are. So 1 foot 1 inch, 1 foot 10 inch, 3, 2, 4, 8, 6, 2. Modified block out. Shift to prevent spalling at this corner during stressing of the tendons. Very interesting, isn't it? They're worried about spalling there. And that's where we have something of some issue. There's a grout port. It appears on the underside they're worried about spalling. Side view. Yeah, so this is side view. That would be, well, it's these members, but this is the side view of that. It would be underside under here. That line doesn't represent, that's just a detail. It's concreted in. But it's the underside that they're worried about spalling at this corner, stressing of the tendon. At what corner? He was kind of vague when he pressed it there. Modify block out. So block out, I'm thinking he's referring to these guys. These are your block outs. And I don't understand his intent for modifying it to prevent spalling. He's not clear about how to modify. Here's the block out detail. Now I think we're back to this one. It might be this one because these are covered on the side of the structure. And maybe that's what they're referring to. And front view, doesn't matter. It's okay to move on from that. There's for my man Hermit, more intermediate grout points for the longitudinal cables on D1. Oh, whoa. D6, D7, 8, 9. So this drawing is, they're not consistent, that's for sure. There's the right side of the structure. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they also label the other direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From the center out. I just did that with you guys, showing you that. And they also use alphabetical, I said, and that's why I sung the song. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 going to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 going to the right. Indicator of the structure. That's the bottom of it. And there's the block out, B3. Block out. So they are referring to that. But they talked about spalling. But now this is where it gets kind of funky. Because now you change it to 7, 8, 9. What the hell? You got to stay consistent. Engineer record, please verify closure transverse tendon location. And he said, okay. Meaning he's agreeing to that. Apparently agreeing to that. That's just weird. Okay. It's the two of them butting together, the two ends, so. Yep, really serious about that grout, aren't they? And I was too. And here we go on this one. D7, 8, 9. Now we open up a new door. Tendon support height. Backspan. Okay. There we go. This is the backspan, 7, 8, 9. 1 through 6 is the span we saw collapse, and they changed numbers to backspan, 7, 8, 9. And so we can move on from that. Now, because backspan was never built, that's good data, but was never built. There we go, 7, 8, 9. See it? So nothing to really critique. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the canopies. All right, this is very important for us. You know how I was about my canopies. Backspan floor. Okay, let's see what they say about the canopies. Okay, direction of stationing. That's these guys. Where they're going to anchor it. Where they're going to post tension it. Tension it. Post tension it. Add details. See 1 through 4. Add details showing the connection of the longitudinal ducts for tendons C1 and C4. This, guys, I'm saving this for another video, but I'll give you a little teaser. This is how mock should work. I was looking up myself when you asked. So I was saving this for another video. Let's see if I can show you, because what he's asking is this. And I'm saving it for another video. Where the hell are you? Huh. You're not here. Give me a second. Give me a second. Small brain, thinking. Pulled my SD card out. Okay, let me grab it. Give me a second. Show it to you. Okay, so what he's asking is, let's see here one more time. Yep. And I got to shut down something that's going to automatically load. Give it a second to load. Quit that. And one more thing is going to load, I think. Did I get a pass? Looks like I got a pass. Okay. What he's asking is this detail. How is he going to, since this goes the full length, how is he going to connect these two? So I'm doing another video for you guys soon showing you about closures on bridge structures. That this is a closure. I will see if I can find a JPEG of that. No. So this is the two structures they're butt together, the two bridge ends. This is the post-tensioning cables. And you can see that originally they're just white tubes, and this is the little connecting piece. Now you run your cables through it. You have your reinforcement you've finished tying off. to do it, and you put your boards up, put concrete in there, 6,000 psi, and you call it a day. Now, let's see if I can let you see that. So that's what the FDOT is asking for. He wants to see, how do you plan on closing it? He wants to know this detail to tie the two ends together. When it's done, it should look like this. It should be, it's consistent, smooth. But in that video that I'm going to do for you guys, I'm going to talk about how I think post-tension, you know how much I dislike post-tensioning. I like the theory behind it. I think it's full of shit. These two structures, once you remove this strong back, they're being held together just like that printer by compression of those cables. Now, this dead load it's concrete in here, in those tubes, right? They want to act, both of these members want to act in a downward force, but this concrete stops it from compressing and changing that downward direction. But as you put loads on it, you now have, if the cables ever start popping, this comes apart and you collapse. That's what I'm cutting to the chase on. And closing that down for you. Just wanted to show you that. That's what he's asking when he's asking about closure, which is right there. He wants to see that detail. Add note, referencing sheet B109, we did overall stressing sequences. Okay, there's a stressing sequence provide. So then we have same person again, viewed by CEG. Viewers for general conformance with contract documents, sole responsibility for correctness of dimensions, details, quantities, and safety during fabrication and erection shall remain with the contractor. So, but you've already put your hand on it. You've already made corrections and changes, so don't bitch. Oh, they left this alone. So this is the one with the 4 in it now. This is the update from the original first one, which only had 3, which you recall I really said they should have 4 in there, or at least something down the side still. And then lo and behold, 2017 prints show up, and it shows that. Gave myself a big pat on the back for that. Pat on the back. Okay, here's the detail. Align dimension lines with block out edges. So the lines will be, he's counting it out to that spalling, he's saying, counting it out to your edges so he can work from there, she, whoever this person is. Whoa, not for construction. These are the, not for construction. These are the shop drawings, I thought. Or the correct, oh no, this is one version of right. I got the shop drawing still to come. So perhaps they're still waiting for the corrections when they say this. But we wouldn't stamp it and say not for construction. Wait a minute, I'm getting confused here. This person is from structures. I got it now. This person is the structures person. This is the FDOT person. Structures, FDOT. They submitted it, but this is kind of weird. You stamped it and said not. These two don't go together. You don't stamp it and say not for construction. Once you stamp it, it's for construction. You put your stamp on there, this doesn't mean shit. This means go right ahead. So this little thing here is another mistake in their quality control. You can't have them both. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Can't stamp the damn drawings and say not for construction. That's just a joke, right? Those released from responsibility comments have zero legal standing. Lawyers will, yeah. So back to this. More numbers mistake. More numbers mistake. This is the person that did the stamp on this. So now we can say F dot. This is the person that sucks. This person sucks. So you guys want to look up this person? I don't even. Is that the last name? MRT, or is it? Is it MRTHY? They're from VSL. They bite. They bite. It's the backspan, 94 foot. They suck. All right, now we're down to meat and potatoes, guys. Now we're back to our baby. Yeah, there's number 11 down here. There's number 12. Now we're up to our baby. 100% theoretical elongation shown for post-tension rods differs from plan sheet B69. Well, you know I love somebody says 100%. This is that alpha talk, guys. This is means, you know, how I talk sometimes. So this person, I'm biting all over this. No calculations provided by VSL verify of engineer of record. I love this. 100% theoretical elongation. So this person has really studied this person here. CEG has really studied this whole thing and thinking on it to go, you know what? This is fucking 100% theoretical elongation. All of these numbers. That is very amazing that this person stood that strong. CEG is the man and woman. That's the one there. I don't think it's a woman. That's an alpha male there, baby. Diaphragm post-tension bars. Engineer record to verify jacking force, stress sequence, post-tension bar length, and elongation shown information not in our. So wow, he's saying this is all theoretical. This is like my vitamin thing telling you it's all junk about the vitamin percentages. This person has studied this damn drawing so much with all this stuff and said, this is just theoretical. This is all junk. All these numbers, I'm not taking one number. It's all junk. That you're going to get 1.85 inches on that. That you're going to get 1.86. CEG circled, highlighted each one. I love that. See, I could do a post now. I could do a video on that saying the elongation on this is 100% theoretical as F.new. F.new, Florida Department of Transportation, District 6, knew that this was all theoretical. Shit. So if you allow the theoretical plans to go through, why didn't you say, well, since it's in theory, let's just watch this for a minute? And this says so much right now. That means that all that shit is wrong. That's amazing. There's my smoking gun for the night. I love that. Bearing plate size shown different from sheets B38. You guys know I looked at these damn plates left and right now. It turns out they're using different bearing plates. 8x8 was what they were pretty much rolling on, but they have all these other bearing plate numbers running on. And what we got here? Missouri University specialist. Okay, cool. Sarah, project manager VSL. Awesome, DOS. So now, that verifies, yeah. Specialist, post-tension design and analysis, purchasing, change orders, and contract negotiations, cost budgeting. So she, Sarah, Sarita, whatever, is it a woman? I want to say it's a woman. I don't know. It might be an Indian guy, right? Missouri University, Master Civil, per LinkedIn. This is awesome. So this person, this professional engineer put this in there, and this engineer, I'm assuming it's an engineer, said, call bullshit. Bullshit. I like that. I love that because I call bullshit a lot too, right, guys? So I love this. I'm just eating this up. 100% theoretical. Oh, I'm fucking loving that. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help but curse on that one. Shop drawings review. Accepted as noted. Well, damn it. How can you accept something as noted? I know it's too far off. All this stuff is too far off to accept. You know, if you said that, then you should. I guess he's feeling pressure to accept it, he or she, because if you got this mindset, you also are saying, you know what? No, but the elongation matters. It's your intent, the elongation intent. So if this person would have stretched the limits a little bit on their comments, they might have said something like, okay, but I get your intent. Your intent is the percentages or whatever. So let's stay with that, because the elongation would have put so much forces on that cable that's what we need to end up with, not the elongation, but the forces you intended. I think that's how that would recapture that into a solid way. So thank you. So then he's an ass, in my opinion. Thoughts, process. So they're coming back to this. We got number 11 to deal with. Number 11. So number 11 in theoretical is not. So this was not when I said they're just about the same based on top of each other. Well, the engineer for FDOT said that all these numbers are just shit. So one of my videos where I talk about this specifically being right on time, same elongation. Well, they've already documented these are just shit elongations. So with that in mind, you then had the bridge coming apart. And he says, go ahead and post tension it more. I think I would have said you went past 1.44 and 1.45. When you're elongating again, you're changing your from plastic. You're changing it. It's no longer elastic, and you're making the damn member, the post tension bar, more plastic. So we're changing its range. You know, its range. But that appears to be, all these numbers are just wasted bullshit numbers. Moving on, what else bullshit we're going to find? I mean, this guy, he, with his double talk, can't get anything right, can he? Look, 2 foot 5 inches, 2 foot 1.5 inch. Change it, but the correction is that's changed to 7 3/4, 7. Oh, I did this. I did this with the spacing, guys, and we did this in one of my videos where I said that the cover would be center line of this. This person can't even figure out center line. 6, 6, and 1 is 24 inches. It's 2 foot 5 inches is what it comes out to. Huh. This person, maybe they're, maybe this is the welcome to the world, right? This is 2 foot 5 inches. They have it at 2 foot. They drop the ball by 3 5/8 inches on their own calculations. And there it is down here, 3 5/8 inches, inside to outside. So this doesn't even work with either one. So inside measurements 2 and 3 5/8, outside is 2 5/8. This doesn't even fit at all. And that's the outside measurement. So what a clown. What a clown. There's the plates in here. Here's your grout tube of my man Hermit. I believe that's the grout tube. For the member 10, okay, so number 10, guys, we know 2.5 inch post tension bar blockout. Oh, there's my 2.5 inch bar, guys. Let me reference this in a second. So this is 2.5 inch post tension bar. The rest were 1 3/4, right? Remember I said, where the hell's that 2.5 going? Now we know where the 2.5 going. The 2.5 be going. She be going. Come on, it's gonna be easy to spot. It's on the left hand side and it's upright. This be going in number 10. This is our number 5. Number 5 is 2.5 inch bar. It says this is number 10. This is taking 150,000 kips. Let's have a little fun with that, Max. Let's have a little knowledge with that, rather. Take a little knowledge with that number. Number 10. 2.5 inch bar. 4 of them. Yeah, there they are. Going in number 10. Number 10 is this guy, guys. The one I said that the lows transferred to now. It didn't break apart. It's a big boy. It's a big boy. They were going to elongate it only by 1 4/4 and 0.68 of an inch. Correction. Number 10 is only 0.68. And jacking force 389,000 bars kips. So I don't get that. It says it takes 150. Maybe they were going to do a total of 389 in the entire member. All four of them equals 389 because we can clearly see this bar takes 150. It takes 150 kips, and it's 150 right here. 150,000. So so we're at 389. So I guess the total would be 389. What was it? 389, 10, 389. 4 bars. Okay, moving on. And we did that one already. Make sure that's not duplicate. Okay, it was up here. Here's the real configuration of it. And let's look at this guy here. This will be roughly our member number 11. That's damn good. That's number 11, guys. That's our failure when they were up there jackhammering. I said it was jackhammer. So it's 9. There's 8 inches. The angle was a little different, so it's going to be 10 and 9 1/8. There's our bolt. There's our plate. Oh, that's a good call, local. 223. I don't know, DOS. I don't know what their models were. I had the same thought, local. I agree, DOS, that they should know damn inches, right? And we see this guy can't even add fucking little inches up. You know, I try to know not inches. I try to tell my girl, she's from another country, right? I try to tell her 10 inches. You know what I try to tell her 10 inches was. You know, I'm going to keep that between the men here. But you know, I told her what 10 inches was, trying to explain it metric to inches. You know what I used to show her what 10 inches look like. Of course, you know, I'm coming up shy on that, but she could tell all her girlfriends, he's got 10 inches. She's not like that. She's real classy. I'm the unclassy guy. I can be classy if it comes. Nah, I can be humane if it comes down to it. Classy, forget the classy. Classy, I'm not going to hold myself up like that. That's number 11. So there we go. Where's my beautiful 10? Oh, here I'm looking at it. What's this guy here? What's this thing here? Is this a grout? Grout tube? The hell's that? Grout tube. Grout tube. Grout tube. Now we know which one they intended to grout, guys. Grout. 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 No grout on 11. We know that was not their intent. That's what it said in the drawings. Now we're up to too many members. We're in the next span. Where's my number 10? 8. Number 7, 11, 6, 5. 2, 2 and 3. Am I on crack? Besides being on crack, guys, am I not seeing number 10? 2 and 3. number 2, 5, 7, 6. I know we saw 10. Let's go back up here. 10 was a specific readout, right? Here's my number 10. We talked about 10. We talked about 10. Show the member number 10. 6, 11, 7, 8, 5, 2, 3. 2, 3. There's no number 4. Number 5, 6, 7, 8. No 9, no 10. Why isn't 10 on here? I think a couple of them did not have bars in them, but number 10 has a bar in it. It has 4 bars in it. Number I thought this guy, one of these didn't have anything in it, right? But apparently they all, I thought one of them didn't have, was it 9? Yeah, 9's not present here. 9 had nothing in it. Now they did 1 or 12, but number 9 was on the house. Number 4 appears to be on the house. Number 4 is a freebie. But I thought 4 had something in it, but 4 is on the house, 9's on the house. Number 10 is not on the house, but 10 is section 10. Here are the 4 bars. There's your cover, 2 foot wide, and there's your cover. Looking at this guy. So there's your cover. Now, all right. So number 10 is not part of these guys' detail down here. See comments. I'm a metric guy. It's tempting to call 24 inches 2 foot 4 inches. Oh, cool. I can see that, Kermit. Does these there's flow? So moving down, scrolling down, we're past number 10 now. We're into this backspan. And more notes. So calculations were performed using bearing plate dimensions, different than those shown in plans. Engineer record to verify that these bearing plate dimensions satisfy the design intent. So even though this is VSL, FDOT is recognizing engineering records still being responsible for all of this, including these drawings here. FDOT is recognizing that, not throwing it back on this person here. It's throwing it back to the engineer of record. So. But they gave released for construction as noted. So now you see it says not for construction. I told you stamps are stamps, guys. You can't unstamp some. You can unstamp it, but you can't submit it and then say that you can't submit it with a stamp and say these are not for construction. Well, then don't friggin' submit it. You got just don't put your stamp on it and let somebody else submit it. We don't do fucking reviews anyway. Submit it stamped. They do some reviews though. But a lot of new buildings and stuff like that. You can get in there with the fire marshal, etc., and show them what your intent is, and they correct some stuff ahead of time. Cautions were performed. Calculations were performed using bearing plate dimensions different than those shown in the plans. That's very interesting. Shop drawings, guys. I told you these are shop drawings for information only. Can't be for information only. You stamped them. And you also said release for construction as noted. So this is some crazy shit. You try to agree to something. I tell you, look, that will work, guys. It'll 100% work. Do it. And then in small print, I put, no, just for information only. And then you do it because I told you, do it. And then when something goes wrong, I say, well, oh, no, I said it was just for information only. This is just crazy. So this is first it's saying release for construction. And then over here saying information only. This is just bullshit. And it's red ink again, guys. It's going to be these guys. It's going to be the state. So this is just crazy. Here's some calculations. You can play along with these all you want. I have no intention to. Ooh, slenderness factor. I like that. I talked to you guys about slenderness factor on this. Design force bearing plate. I'm not talking right now. I'm looking. I told you I'm not gonna jam myself up with calculations with you. I will say that they wanted 16,000 on the pre-stress and 8,500 on the secondary. The cure and then the stress again. In 28 days, they would check again. But they didn't say that, so I take that back. They just want the 6,000 at stressing. At 28 days, they want the concrete to be at 8,500. That's member number 10. That number 10 is very interesting. Look at it. It's got 10-inch plates. So that's going to distribute the force differently. We're going to 531, 513, 513. That's 20% loss. Okay. Apparently, 20%. There's a loss we're going to talk about. Here we go. That's what they're going to do. Yeah, you'd expect the models to give in. Who's this? Who's Golfong Peng Peng? Who's this? I missed somebody there. I was looking right at him and missed him. So here's the loss, friction loss. We were just talking about that, right? When I was talking about the for your printer things I get. Let's see what they talk about here. What do they reference first for their statistics? This is going to be March 20th. This is awesome to have this in here. Oh, thanks, Doss. Elastic shortening, shrinkage, creep. They got all this stuff in here, but if you didn't grout, all this is, considered whatever. That's scary. You were just looking at his name at the top of each VSL page. And for clarity on that, DOS, I will show that. I'm at VSL now. I'm on that page now. Let's go up. Bottom of each page, top of each page. Oh, okay. Gong Feng Peng. Okay, so this is the one that did the calculations. Thanks, DOS. Good call. Good catch. I'm going to sleep now. I'm going to go to sleep on you guys. So this is Gong Feng Peng numbers, right? That's scary. Customer service rep, Autotech. Autotech's that wow, the rep for car stuff. The car. I know what it is. The car. You plug in your car into it, and it tells you what's going on. Vietnamese. Well, some Vietnamese are smart. I guess that's fucking nasty to say it that way. I mean, I've run. Well, the guy that I'm trying to talk and doing a channel, he's got a PhD anyway, and he's an engineer, and I'm trying to talk him and doing one. He's from Vietnam. So if he's watching, I definitely got to talk good about him. Attend 8,000 plus calls per year to assist customers with technical sales service. Math and BS. Yeah. So this is his mindset. I believe this would be his mindset then. And let's just see if my man did anything with the calculations, the state. Or after doing it, he just said to hell with it. Here's your curve. Here's your bar. Tendon profile. I'm not wasting my time. We know it failed. So if you spend your energy trying to find error in these numbers, well, then you're forgetting what you just saw in real life, that the shit didn't hold together. So you can play with these all you want, but I do, like Dawes said, I would recommend you consider the source. And so if I can't find him telling me where he's referencing, then I'm not believing any of his shit because we know it failed. And I just like the other guy didn't believe it. The state guy didn't believe it. He said that's all theoretical bullshit. Now it's interesting. One of the mechanical engineers on this one job, he's doing the math for the structural engineer guy. So that's interesting. Marketing with each other, working with each other. So check it out. Is this the span? Am I looking at the 174 5-foot span? And these are feet. I mean, I wouldn't know. It's not saying feet, but this one's just saying span 1, and there's span 2. I wouldn't know how to read this without you giving me a little more hint. I can extrapolate, but I could be off, right? And this is the length, and is it getting stronger with it? Man, I'm wasting my friggin' energy on that. Here we go. Long-term stress losses, 18. Remember, this thing had total deflection in it, guys. This thing was already failing from on the sidelines. It was already cracks and failing and movement. So all of this stuff didn't make the hill of beans. It didn't count the hill of beans. All of these numbers didn't keep that thing stable when it was in the impound, when it was on the side. No designer notes. Isn't it amazing? It's just perfect. No designer notes needed. Please contact me for any detailed problems, blah, blah, blah. Post-tensioning system. Okay. I want to show you guys something. Oops. I want to show you something. Bear with me. I'm trying to just be kind of different about it. Lost it. You see the factor of 10? So when I said it earlier to you guys, I was in KIPS and not KSI. I just had to correct that for you. Concrete strength of 28 days, 8,500. Right, that's what they call for. So that's not lightweight concrete. That was just normal concrete. So in 5 days, they plan on stressing it 6,000 psi. Remember, so 5 days you're going to stress it. Theoretically. So they would have a bunch of concrete on the side that they would sample and test, and then when it punched out at 6,000 on the 5th day, they would come out there and post tension the structure. Now it says the post tension at 6,000 psi. Every day it goes up just a little bit. So how the hell do you post tension at 6,000 psi? There's got to be a range in there, because those guys took 2 days to post tension number 2 to do two verticals. And so what was the psi during each day? So each day that they do the post tensioning, they should have another sample they got to crush and recheck. You want it at 6,000 and not at 8,500, because that's the way the system works. All you know, day 7, you got the 8,500 psi. So I'd like to see the psi on the concrete during stressing of each day that they stressed. And get this, including the last fucking day that they stressed. Because the plans say you can stress at 6,000. It does not say you can stress at 8,500. 28 days have passed. And they then went ahead, I'm eating craisins, organic orange dried cranberries, whatever. I don't know how you get organic in those two names. So you're post tensioning 8,500 psi when everything says you're supposed to post tension at 6,000. That's another thought. But perhaps if these modules stay the same at 8,500, at 6,000, then you would no harm, no foul done, maybe. Trying to find you guys. Good night, Jay. I'm heading out too soon. Science fiction. Science fiction. No. You want to post tension while the concrete's still maturing, not at the end. I'm 223. Chaos physics. Oh, bullshit. Just good looking numbers. Yeah, I showed you guys this in a video the other day. When the guy chopped the wood, what the graph looks like in real life. This is his theoretical graph. But you saw it when he chopped the wood, what it looks like in real life. I can't wait to get to the bottom of this page. It's all this, it doesn't make sense, guys, to read these notes. It failed. I can read all his notes and I can come up with a nice summation for you. I think these notes, these calculations are off and probably result in cracking in the structure and ultimately failure at multiple locations. I already saw what happened, right? It failed. So that's the interpretation of those numbers. That's what you get. We're back to this shit again for information only. A stamp. Okay, check this out. This is the canopy. Wait a minute. I'm digging my canopy. Aha. We'll use AutoCAD. Now we know what they use. AutoCAD. And hold on, guys. Now you know what program they used. I want to see what it did exactly on number. On number. How they predicted number 10. The loads on number 10 and number 9. I want to see that in the canopy. But I can't tell. This friggin' diagram has it all in the middle here. Look, coming back down. I can't read this. I can't read it right now. Tonight when I sleep on it, I might have an aha moment. That seems to be the full span. And that would be what? The 175? If you're using this to go up. But then I got it coming back down. So make up, and this is the canopy. Friction loss. Long-term loss. Oh, there's friction loss way up there. Couldn't even see it. There it is right there. This little green line. So here are the two ends. I don't get this scale 10 through 6. Elevations maybe. And what is it? So I'm supposed to figure out what each one of these represent. Are they even equal numbers? 1, 2, 3, 10. 1, 2, 3. So they're balanced. 10 is at the 13. Is this 10.3 here? 13 here from center line here. 10.13 out to here. And is that inches? Yep, inches. I'm not wasting my energy on that shit. I'm not going to sleep on that. I'm going to unsleep on that. But here's the concrete software they used. ADAPT, structural concrete software. There you go, Dawes. Something for you to look up. That's their concrete software. www.adaptsoft.com. Why didn't FIU ask them to? NTSB should have asked them to participate. Version 2011. The fuck out of here. Let's see what version they're at. Trying to find a version they're on now. (2012). Let's see when they adopted the 2012. This version. I can't tell. Won't open. So the 2012. I don't know how many version ups that is from where we are, but they used version 2011 as of March 29, 2017. So you could go into this software and see if they abandoned that version. As of this date, maybe they no longer use that software. Maybe they used changed to 2012. Maybe they changed that back in 2 years before. Oh, maybe they just changed this version. Well, that release date was 2012. I would say that just spitballing it at you guys, I would say they're working on an old version of structural concrete software for this bridge. Spitballing it at you. That's what my I mess up? Adapt felt. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, here we go. Shit. So here's the software. Let's explain the damn graphs now. And here's all your breakdown. So this is, if you're going to try to read the calculations, you'd have to do it in fairness using their system they used. And this is this adapt software. There's your graphs and everything else. So one to for fairness, this is how you would do that. And that's adapt structures. Okay, moving on. So if you want to spend your energy on that, be my guest. Get back to me. I'll read your comments. Once again, for information only. And this is the local zone reinforcement. And again, guys, local zone reinforcement is around the yeah, around the trumpet, around the trumpet area. I'm not going back to that. Call out shop drawing. Great. I was just trying to show you where you can find your steel reinforcement, how to look it up real quickly. I'm going back here. They want to see this in the shop drawing. Oh, right here is the trumpet area. This thing here. Your pitch and your spiral, because it's gonna counterforce it. The spirals will help with the forces, as you can see. I don't think he had any pitch on the other ones, but now it's clarified that he expected pitch to be on it. After we looked at those guys, they didn't have any pitch on it. They were just friggin' plumb. I think pretty much plumb or square. Again, here it is again. And that's the end of that one. And I do this, but I'll do this for you. Nope. Yeah, they look pretty much plumb. Except for that one, looks like it's got a little lean to it, little pitch to it. Perhaps that one too. But now these guys are just looking plumb. And that one's got a pitch to it. That one's just got a lean and a pitch and a degree angled off. It's not even in the same plane apparently. Not this clown thing either. But there we go. Let me show you. Where'd you go? This one. Lewisburger. Let's get to it. Oh, he's up here now. Lewisburger. Is he qualified? Is he not? Let's see as we get it live together, guys. September 29, 2016. FIU, Florida International University Facilities Construction Service Facility Management. Well, I try to read more, but I ran out of gas. Attention, Alberto. Let's see who he's writing this to. Associate Vice President, Director of Seismic Engineering. Amin A. Shama, Professional Engineer. Okay. Lewisburger. Name of independent review firm, Lewisburger. Two structures. Submittal, 100% bridge substructure plan, submittal number 2, bridge number, not applicable. Dear Mr. Delgado, pursuant to the requirements of the contract documents, Lewisburger hereby certifies that an independent peer review of the above reference submittal has been conducted in accordance with Chapter 26 of the Plans Preparation Manual and all other governing regulations. Component plans that were included in the peer review are as follows. 100% bridge substructure plans. This is the one I think did a correction on the plans that added the extra members, guys, and put load members and put post-tension bars down number 11 for transportation, and also perhaps move the transporters inbound. Outstanding unresolved comments and issues. All comments have been resolved. I certify the component plans listed in this letter have been verified by independent with the department and plans and compliance. Please do not hesitate to contact me. So the firm is called Lewisburger, and the independent reviewers, actually this person, guys, this is actually the person that did the, this one we need to track down that actually did the fucking review. You guys want to track down Amen A. Shama? So it appears to love earthquakes. I wonder if he has anything to do with that steel that's they can be flexible. It doesn't shear as much. It more flexes. Seismic stuff. So how's this guy reviewing the plans, and he appears to be more in love with seismic earthquake stuff. It's California, and you put me in California, and I won't know much about the seismic stuff. I mean, I know how to look it up and find it. You leave me on the East Coast, I'm okay. Earthquake. Again. Experimental vibration analysis. He's doing seismic analysis of bridges. I don't really see this guy as a post-tension guy. So I don't know what the fuck he's doing on there. It seems like he's, I don't know what the fuck he's doing analyzing a structure that's never been built. So he doesn't know his fucking limits. Guy doesn't know his fucking limits. I don't try to build a fucking space shuttle. He shouldn't be trying to build that shit. That's my opinion. Where are you now? Where are you guys hiding out at? Hey, Hermit. He's an consultant. Hermit, he's a seismic lover. He loves seismic. Rebar, steel, how to keep it together, structure together when it's being under earthquake force, if you will. A stress, so everyone refer to it as the earth moving. But not just a static design with post-tensioning. You want a post-tensioning nut to deal with this, and I'm not one of them. I'm the opposite. But you want a post-tensioning freak that would love to deal with this. Not a seismic guy. That would be like hiring the other guy that DOS brought up that worked with the cars, the car engineer guy that does software. What the hell's he messing around doing? He's a software engineer, pretty much. What the hell's he doing crossing his line over into, concrete, etc.? Okay, DOS, engineer for our bridge and tunnel division. During the conduct of several projects in both Buffalo and Boston, Imran has gained a great experience in the area of behavioral structures. He was also involved in structural component testing, structural monitoring, and instrumentation, structural evaluation, and rehabilitation nonlinear static pushover analysis. Again, this pushover analysis. This is earthquake, probabilistic damage assessment, and fragility analysis, structures, and seismic again, seismic movement. So he's going to tell you how the bridge is going to move how it's going to react when you get an earthquake. No, not the monitoring. Well, hold on. Maybe I got that wrong. Maybe I misspoke. Let me see something here. He's an independent review of both structures, of the structure plans. This is Louis Berger. Louis Berger, guys, is tied into. So Louis Berger is out of Pennsylvania, if you guys might remember, from Pennsylvania, and he is old-time friends with Papa Figure. Susquehanna, it's Pennsylvania. Allegheny. He's tied in with Pennsylvania. Papa Figgy was him with buddies. Louis Berger, I think, did the I always get the name. Hinge design. Um, Get the name. I can't type it in there. You guys gonna see me type it. I can't type the name of the damn hinge because I'll get it wrong, and I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to get that wrong for spell check to get it. Um, yeah, another time. Okay, we got 2012, 2001. I mean, this is latest and greatest. Earthquake engineering, Encyclopedia of Earthquake Engineering. It's, I mean, how can I be more? How can seismic engineering? Hell, that's just right there. And then cable support bridge, again, back onto that. And this is not a cable supported bridge, so that's also irrelevant. Where you be at? Where you guys be? Over here, one over, or is it the other one? See how it flashes you up and then flashes away? There you go. Earthquake Engineering Research Institute. Was director of seismic engineer. So this is the guy that reviewed the plans. Oh, come on, guys. Let's go to bed now. It's 12:35, and that's just craziness. So you shop. I need my teeth done, but you know what? A doctor's a doctor. I just go to the foot doctor, tell him to do my teeth. Hell, he's a doctor. He can work on anything in my body, including the teeth, so why not? He can do my teeth. It's just shopping the wrong damn person. That appears to be shopping an engineer, right? Shopping an engineer that will play along. But he played along, and now his ass needs to be implicated also. KMD. Kiss my dick. Oh, 5:36 p.m. Hermit or a.m.? Wait a minute. You're in England, right? You need to get some sleep. Twenty watching. Yeah. You're in England. So anybody else want to? I mean, I can show you show you what else I might have in here that I preloaded. Nope, desktop. Oh, that's where the other drawing was anyway. I think we went to the calculations just now, right? That was that. Oh, fuck, we didn't. Anyway, they sent me this on the calculations. See this stuff here? Calculations cover sheet. I'm exhausted, guys, but that's another one. Look. These are the calculations that Miami Herald says they had, and they didn't release to anybody besides their 4 clown engineers. They got suckered in, got played. Here they are here. I will release them. I will let you have them. I have to get one more person a heads up tomorrow, but look how long this is, guys. Now, what kind of engineer in their right mind would go through all these documents? I don't know, for the Herald. If you already know it failed, why bother? My ass is going to go through it. I definitely want to see this. They got me already. When I saw this, I changed my mind. Oh, he got my ass. Look at that. I'm definitely gonna spy on that. Huh. It's more like the plans, though, isn't it? It more look like the plans. I can't see a date on the bottom. I'm trying to use my little brain eyes. They look more like the plans. Let's see if they got the. Yeah, they got the post tensioning in number 11 also in this one. So it'll be the latest release, I believe. Let's do this. Maybe they're at the top. Whoa, whoa, that was new. Yellow is what I'm looking for. Yellow fellow, not this one. So there's your drawing crap for you guys that like it. And design calculation superstructure. Larsa models. Main. So now you guys know what models they're using. Who asked me about this? Now you guys can look up Larsa models. And you know what they're following along. But more still, a yellow one I thought was of interest. Damn it. Oh, come on, baby. We're getting there. Stress check during construction. Signed by, oops. It bounces to the next page when I'm trying to look at the bottom of the page. Oh gosh, look at that. Creating bridges is art. You know who that is? Fig. So you know this is just fucking made up numbers, guys. This shit's all theoretical trash because it didn't show the failure. For making closure, the only contact area is the width of the pylon. You guys remember about the closure thing. Check if this area would be under allowable compression stresses, taking axle loads calculated above. Remember I said about the compression on it? That's what she's talking about there, or this person that wrote that. I guess I only imagine I saw something in yellow. I must be getting punch drunk right about now. Huh. No, I saw something in yellow. Fig engineering. Check buckling and canopy. Remember I talked about buckling and the canopy and all that, guys? Here's the coordinate. Here's the stuff here. Uh-huh. Little numbers changed down there. No biggie. The red ink usually means you recheck your numbers again, and when you rechecked, it came with red. But there was no third recheck. Once you did that, you go back again. Your second check mark is how I would do it, going over everything all over again with another check mark, and then this gets its one check mark with a little note going verified or something like that. That's where I roll. Oh, okay. Check by EDL. So this person wrote an EDL is in red. So it appears that Designed by what? Is that LF? EDL is our checking person on Fig side. Oh, this is just his notes. That's nice. They add that. It shows him, his mindset. Trust and arch bridges, lever rule, maybe used for. That's interesting that he added that into his notes, calculations, showing his mindset and where he's getting his mindset, his thinking. So if this is to help you if you think that if you're reviewing his notes and you wonder where his mindset is. I do this sometimes too. You'll say, wait a minute, I think you had the wrong source data for you for this. And so I share it too, saying, hey, this is my source data. Now, if you guys can say my source data is wrong, help me out. Help us out so we don't have any issues. So that was nice of that person to enter that. That person again is, I saw it. It was EDL, and I don't know, not EDL. I don't know who did this draft. Now, come on, show me Mother Yellow. Isn't that interesting that that's the one? This is the one that failed, right? Where's the other one? But this is the one that failed. October 5th, 2016. So they had plenty of time to go over it a million times. I'm still here, just quiet. He's above the backspan and front span or whatever. Backspan and main span. That's my guess. That's feet. Could be the damn. Yeah, that's tendon. Yeah. So then was it 4, 1, 2? That's double up on 8. Triple up 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, not wasting my energy. It wasn't put together, so it doesn't even matter. Not yet. So I'll give you guys these calculations. There's a 2016 stamp. Where's the damn 2017 stamp? Denny Pate 2017-16 stamp. So the nose guys are like where 9 and 10 meet. Where what's that? 9 and 10. So that will be 8 and 7 meet the tops. Those are the top nodes in the canopy. Those are your nodes, and you could call the other lower parts of nodes too, where like 8 and 9 meet. Oh, I'll call the top part the nodes. That's interesting. That's the mindset. Very light. Yeah, 20 people still on. Yeah. Yep, Doss. I'm away. Cheerio and thanks. Good night, Herbert. Coming, oh, he left. Coming on 9/11 in a few minutes. Yeah, no thread drift intended. Yeah, hey, John, everybody, I'm going to bed. It's already 9/11. It's 12:51. 9/11. I guess you gotta wait a bit. But everybody's saying goodnight, huh? So, good night. How do I change that? Good night, KNIA. Good night, and what's the other one? NIPE. So we got the man that swings a sword. Then we got this one. Then we got that one. All three. Good night. I'll disconnect. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's way too long. Oh, I gotta start just post the damn link. That's gotta be faster, right? It's killing me. Good night, guys. Anybody want to say good night? Thanks, Jeff. Oh, oh. I guess I gotta figure out how to link it. Do a Dropbox, maybe. Steve's gonna disappear. Oh, he's gonna do a magic act. Damn it, Steve beat me to my own magic act. I guess I could do a Dropbox with that. I don't know how to get that over there. I don't like using Dropbox. They keep your data. It turns out something. Maybe they changed their rules, but they can market you and stuff like that. I don't like. It was something over in Dropbox that I gave up on them. I don't know if IMG will let me share I don't know if it'll let me share a link. I mean a folder. Create a new folder. I don't know if it'll let me share. IU calculations. So, album. So, I don't know if it will let me. Yeah, it's images. I can't. I don't know how to. Let's see. Delete. Just images. It won't let me share a link. Sharing a file. Google Drive. I do have that. I can share a Google Drive, you guys. I can drive you. I can make a Google Drive file. If you guys, apparently y'all have Google, you watch YouTube. So I'll Google Drive it and post it, but it's going to take a minute. Yeah, it keeps, see how it flashes and then you guys go away? Oops. Okay, let me write that. I will Google Drive this. I will Google Drive the data as soon as I recall. Make time. And there's your comment. And good night, 16 of you up here, 16 watching. Now it's time for me to do a hocus pocus. My magic act.